What's up, everybody? Welcome to episode 164 of Future Proof. This week's episode, I'm speaking to you raw, off the cuff, about what's going on in this crazy world, in this crazy time with coronavirus, the impact on the commercial real estate industry. I hope everybody's safe and healthy out there. Enjoy the episode.
People calling me up saying they need a feature, saying we can help each other, but I see the leeches. Get the credit where it's due, I ain't talking Visa, but since we talking Visa, don't say you won't pay me either. Did you catch that?
What's up, everybody, and welcome to episode 164 of Sabre Real Estate's Future Proof. First and foremost, I want to hope that everybody is staying healthy and safe. I know everyone that I know and have been speaking to is being as safe as possible and isolating themselves as much as possible. As I've mentioned before, I'm in our Garden City office solo. I haven't really been out anywhere other than my house and the office in the last few weeks. So that's, I know, really having its impact on people's sanity. It's having an impact on people's thoughts on everything in their life, including their careers. Including obviously their livelihoods and their families and their loved ones and their friends. And, you know, I know for me, I always say to everybody that I talk to right now that every day feels like a week. So, you know, I try to stay in a routine as much as possible. If you know me or if you watch these videos, you know that I'm super into health and fitness. The only way that I can keep myself centered and focused is to work out like a maniac every single day. My routine's changed, obviously, a little bit. I did go out and buy a Peloton, for those of you who are Peloton fans, and I got to tell you, I love it. It's getting me through this time period, and I will tell you, though, that I will supplement my Peloton with boutique fitness the minute that I'm allowed to. And I'm excited for that. So let's dive in a little bit. So businesses have been closed now for weeks. And as a business owner myself, it's not possible for businesses to carry their expenses and their overhead while they're not generating income. Okay, so a lot of the different areas that we focus, restaurant, hospitality, fitness, wellness, medical, you name it, believe it or not, including the medical arena, you know, our clients are on hold. The entire world is on hold for the next 60 days, okay? President Trump made an announcement a few days ago. I don't even know what day it is anymore, but it's April 1st. It's Wednesday, and it's an important day for our industry because rent's due. So I actually do recall it was Sunday, I believe, that he made the announcement, Sunday evening, that he's pushing the period out to the end of April. I've been hearing from some trusted advisors of mine that they see and hear the government using a date of June 15th, actually. I don't know exactly what that date means, but I guess they're preparing for all of us to be in isolation through mid-June, potentially, to make sure that the virus is contained, we flatten the curve, people don't go back to work prematurely, kids go back to school prematurely, and then have that first wave come back. I think historically, when that happens, it's worse than the first wave, and I think we're just trying to avoid that at all costs. But back to the fact that it's Wednesday, April 1st. I'm primarily focused in retail real estate, which has a much wider definition today than it had 19 years ago when I started in the business. It includes a lot of different segments and categories that are not necessarily specifically retail, but I think if you're watching this, you probably know what that means. And so what kind of impact is this having on our world? It's crazy. It's having an insane impact, okay? I was in business in 2001 for the downturn, 9/11. 2008, I was at CB Richard Ellis, and I was there for about a year prior to 2008, and I saw how it devastated our team there, and went through many rounds of layoffs, and felt like a number at a large company like that. And I'm sure a lot of you kind of feel that same way right now with the uncertainty, because the longer that everything goes on and our deal flow is interrupted, and the longer that tenants go without paying rent and the landlords go without paying their mortgages or ground lessors, it's just going to be diabolical. The government is stepping in to provide relief through the CARES Act. It's Wednesday. We still don't have clear direction on exactly how to calculate the loan. We understand it's 2.5% monthly payroll, which includes a bunch of different stuff. And we're working directly with our clients to help them as much as possible navigate those waters. And we can actually, as small businesses, those applications can be submitted on Friday, a very important day for everybody. And the major question in the industry right now on April 1st is, are the rent checks in the mail? I just had the pleasure of having Jared Epstein from Aurora Capital on At Home with the Homies. I hope you guys are checking that out, by the way. And he's a big New York City landlord developer. And he said, unfortunately, I don't believe the checks are in the mail. And, that's super challenging for everybody in the industry, because it affects us all, right? It's going to tighten up people's spending. It's going to tighten up companies cutting checks to brokers, advisors, and everybody throughout the entire ecosystem in our industry. And we're all in for really rough times ahead. I wish that I could say to you guys that this is something that's going to pass really fast. And the fact that we still don't have a date certain of when businesses are going to be able to open their doors and start generating revenue again puts us all in uncharted territory, right? This is not 9/11. This is not 2008. This is compounded. It's a lot worse. In addition to that, 9/11, 2008, you didn't have the internet's impact on retail, okay? So you have this compounded effect. You're basically taking these companies that have been on a short list of at-risk companies and totally wiping them out immediately. There is no hope for any companies that came into this period unhealthy to come out of the other side. Okay, so that is going to cleanse our industry in a major way. We already have so few tenants that are really actively expanding compared to when I started in this business. And I think that's going to have a very negative impact on the overall commercial real estate industry. And, that's going to really hurt people the same way that it did in the previous downturns. I experienced a lot of my colleagues and friends in the industry leading up to 2008 that after 08, went on to do other things, pursue other opportunities, and are no longer in the commercial real estate space. And I think that's going to happen again. And I know that the people who have been through the earlier downturns are going to be able to sustain and brace themselves. And the businesses that have been around longer are going to be able to navigate this also a little bit easier, I think, than a lot of companies that just started out, or companies in certain categories, right? Hotels are getting crushed, hospitality is getting crushed, restaurants, everyone. It's just really devastating. But as opposed to just saying that it's all rainbows and cupcakes and unicorns out there, I just want to be transparent and honest. That's just how I roll. And, I think a lot of people need to rethink exactly how they do business, rethink what they focus on, pivot in a massive way. Fortunately for us, Sabre has gone through a transitional period several years ago, and my entire team will tell you what I dubbed last year. I called it lean and mean in 19, and I saw a economic downturn in 2020. Did I think that there would be a virus that put everybody out of business overnight? No, I did not. But fortunately for Sabre and our team, we've been preparing, we've been optimizing, we've been focusing on what's relevant today, including this platform that I created to speak to people like yourselves in the industry. And I hope you guys do the same. Listen, I'm going to cut it off here. I spoke off the cuff about what I feel right now. I'm just praying for everybody in the industry. I'll also tell you that, there are a lot of opportunities that are going to come out of this. I feel strongly about that. The companies that do come out of the other side are going to be stronger than ever before. Sabre is going to be one of those companies. Guys, please, if you are thinking about making a change in the industry in any capacity, I'm here to talk. I want to understand your ideas. I want to talk about possible collaborations. I don't see any businesses out there as competition. Sabre is in its own lane. We do our own thing. We're very different than any other commercial real estate company that focuses on the same lanes that we focus on. And we're proud of that. And that's going to push us even further along on the opposite end of this thing. So do me a favor, you know how to get in touch with me. Email, DM, anything you want to do, and I'm happy to talk to anybody. I'm also here to lend some advice and guidance to folks who are trying to figure out how to navigate this storm. So I'm here if anybody needs me, working every single day, and would love to hear from you guys. Until then, I just want to wish everybody happiness, healthiness, safety through these next several weeks or months of uncertainty. Appreciate you guys very much, and hoping that you guys all brace yourself for what's ahead. Respect.